How's everyone doing? It's been a while. It's been quite long. Convention report. So, WTF 2015. Things went well. Went really well. What surprised me was it went well for the commission aspect. So, let me just turn off that front light. Popping in my ear through my glasses. I'm getting that reflective light. There's a second screen. Fuck it. So, it went well when it comes to commissions. A lot more people wanted my commissions or wanted to commission me than any prints or most of the prints. Like I think I only sold 5 prints and 2 comics, and then the rest was like commissions, which was interesting. A couple of things I kind of realized while doing these is I kind of have like two mindsets, and that could be a personal problem or just something I'm gonna have to figure out. Now, at first, I worked on a friend's commission, and I started trying to get into the same mindset as you saw during the time lapse. So, okay, being a bit careful in the timeline. In the time lapse, it shows it really fast, but in reality, it is fucking slow. Okay, so I started getting into that kind of mindset, and eventually the picture that I came out of, or that I came with, or the sketch, to say the least, I fucking hated. I really didn't like it. It lacked energy, it lacked punch, and it just wasn't what I wanted based on that. So took a second shot. Of course, I completed it to a certain degree, and then worked on something a bit more loose, a bit more flowy. Started busting out my blue pencil to just get the pose down and everything, and then just bam, all right, black pencil 8B, let's go for it. And I found a much better flow to that, which kind of got me thinking, especially after the convention or during at night, where what's up with the two mindset and starting to evaluate how is that working or how is that not working in certain situations. So when it came to the convention, eventually I had to break that how do you say, I had to break that hesitation, we could say, possibly hesitation. Maybe it's more slow working or construction, and to a certain degree, that did not work with the type of work I had to do during the convention. It worked better once I had to prepare or make prints or make long term type of works, but in commission time or convention commission time, it just didn't really work for me. Um, I don't know. I'm looking at it again and trying to figure things out, and I can see two things, or I can figure out two things. One, obviously, when it came to the time lapse and all the picture you saw based on the Disney character, then most to all of them were busts, and they didn't go lower. So I didn't have to work with perspective. I didn't have to work with the entire body, and that kind of alleviates positioning and overall lower anatomy. And when it came to the time lapse type of drawing, it really helped me focus on texture, facial structure, and all that. So seeing that in a commission or in a convention, that wasn't the case. That was a blocker at first for me, and then eventually, okay, well, gotta switch out. Gotta switch out. Go back into, let's say, animation frame drawing type of mode where you gotta be fast, you gotta be loose, and you gotta go for it. Now, while doing that, as much as I liked it at that point, I took a time to relook at the pictures because I took pictures of the sketches I did. You can see them on Tumblr or Instagram. I took a picture of these, and I can see the flaws. You know, I can easily see the flaws in the type of things that I am not thinking while working that way. And I am less careless. I'm a bit more careless about anatomy. I'm more focusing on pose and overall flow of the drawing. I think less within the character. I think way less within the character. I'm like outside the character instead of the whole acting out. Bit of acting, but I'm much more outside the character. I think less about texture. I think less about, to a certain degree, balance and the characters, how it feels to be in the character. So this gives me a bit of a blueprint of what I want to get. It's giving me a map of what I want to achieve. I want to be able to be in the character, be able to think about texture, be able to think about weight and how it feels to be that character, yet while sketching at high speed for commissions and such, while letting loose. One thing that kind of helped me somewhat bridge into that mode was sketching the character and trying to figure out the character's emotion and the character's motto, the character's thoughts and such. I did a couple of sketches based on these characters, but not enough. Of course, I didn't have the time to do the entire work, but this helped out. It's one technique I should be able to use in the future. Another thing is doing more of these slow practices to get that understanding and trying to be able to master it to then pull it off quicker in the future. And of course, that's going to take time. It all takes time. Yet, at least now I can add something else on the wall to give me that roadmap, you know? There's a couple of things around this wall that I'm keeping up as, you could say, motivational quotes or focus quotes. So, this including no more videos, no more video watching or watching shows. None of that shit while I'm drawing. So, that's been quite interesting. Also keeping notes on this convention. No, not really going for prints. So when it comes to next year, I won't spend that crazy ass amount of time making prints. Even though I'm keeping those prints for the upcoming conventions and seeing where that goes. So that's another note. Maybe another thing I picked up or I remembered or I noted down was fuck bringing a big portfolio as a carrying case. Keep doing that mistake every year. I tried bringing my Comic-Con bag and that thing broke. The first day it broke as soon as I got there, so I had to bring the portfolio, and bring things back in the portfolio was hell. So I need to get something with wheels to carry, a carrying case, you know, something big enough that it's going to be able to carry the prints. It still give me wheels, so I can wheel it down. Fuck carrying that shit. Too big. So that's another note. Just writing those down, keeping them on top. So aside from that, met a lot of great people. Met the same people as last year, new people as well. It was great seeing the gang again. It was great just drawing constantly. This like 3 days of drawing was fucking great. I can't get enough of that. Like constant drawing and giving to people in that sense. You know, having that transaction, you know, drawing for money and all that. But at least having that good feeling of, I interpreted your character. I really wanted to put your character in the situation that you wanted. It was a lot of fun and it's a lot of training. I'm keeping notes on that and just let's go. It was really hard to get back to work on Monday. Fuck. So I'm glad, and I kind of want to get, some rest now. Yet I still want to do some more training, personal training, learning from the old masters, doing painting studies, écorchés. So the it, it's all difficult right now because convention is gone to one side, yet still got to fight with the landlord. That guy's getting a second letter. Right now, that second letter has been tracked. It's a formal letter asking for this, 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 and this to be fixed in your apartment. Next rent is going to the régie. First letter was ignored. Didn't receive any answer. And I asked, written letter. No more of that phone bullshit. Next time, we'll see. We'll see. Second letter is tracked. Should have been received by today. We're going to see. I've got proof, confirmation here. So, it's going to be fun. But this is just to tell you how much scumbags will go not to fix shit inside their apartments. Inside their buildings, to say the least. Because there's other people getting the same issues. Similar issues as well. Well, similar and the same. I hear a person had an issue with a bathroom because there's no air duct, so he's getting moles as well. And that's moisture moles, not moles. Like dengue moles. Another person has a fridge that hasn't been repaired. It's been 2 weeks. And it's an apartment fridge. It's not his own fridge. So, don't know what's going on, but scumbag landlord is just, woo, going for it. And hey, I cannot wait to get my day in court. This is getting to be a problem, and I can't fucking breathe properly, so I'm quite pissed off. And that got to be a bit of a problem during the convention because I was pushing myself to try and interact with everyone, and the nose started hurting, leading up to the head, and it's like, ooh. So, we're going to see. On that aspect, that's another chunk of shit I got to deal with. When it comes to work, partly paychecks are going to be back to regular schedule, so somewhat alleviated. Still on the testing situation, so the situation hasn't really got better. Possible offers to test somewhere else, but again, there's the situation of, am I just gonna jump from game testing to game testing to game testing to game testing? Fuck. 8 years, man. I've seen it all. I think so. I haven't seen Konami or that kind of a situation, but yeah. So I don't know. That situation is still stale. What's next? Comic-Con Otakuton. I gotta get cracking on Extra Stage Volume 4. It's about damn time, but I do have to work on a contest for the end of the month. I'm participating in that contest. There's at least 2 or 3 freelancing offers that I gotta complete in the next few weeks. And at the same time, I want to relaunch the Patreon with a rebalancing of the tiers. So, you know, the list, the rush is still going. So I don't know. I'm just right now. I need the sleep, so eventually I'll have a clearer mind to think about all of this to give you a proper answer, and also not getting a headache. What else? I don't know. When it comes to the stream, I might just stop, or I might just switch to Bloodborne again. Mortal Kombat, my connection is not good enough for me to stream and play against other players. Unlimited download, but shitty upload. If I do find a better deal, a much better deal, then I might just switch out connection. And we'll see where that goes. Alright, I'm about done. I don't know what else to say. Gotta work on that contest. That's about it. More studies. Alright. Thank you for your patience. Hopefully we'll be able to give you guys some more updates. Always going to be posting drawings on Instagram. M0KUU on Instagram. Tumblr as well, but, you know, whatever is posted on Instagram is posted on Tumblr. And then when it comes to Tumblr, I might do some reposts, some good tutorials or interesting outside tutorials. So who knows? Check it out. I also do some of those reposts on the ROM HQ Facebook page. So that's another way to follow. And that's about it. I'll see what I can upload in the next few weeks. Yeah, that's about it. Now to get some rest. See you all later. And remember, something like that. Like and subscribe.